little bit.
Okay. Here we are on it's been 24 hours since the eclipse, and we were having a little Aries. We're doing our work with the moon, Aries workbooks, and came to it's true, we're just going over our answers. This is my husband, Trevor. I'm April, with work with the moon, which is a Wise Woman World product. It's a lot of words. So curious how you've been engaging with this Aries solar eclipse new moon. Very much a like seeding of new intentions. Eclipses aren't ones to like plant a lot of seeds because it's just going to do what it's going to do. But this particular new moon we had with the Virgo full moon in the middle of March, it was definitely a purging and an elimination. And so this new moon eclipse in Aries, which is the beginning, it's the first sign of the zodiac. And so there's a lot more of this like, okay, you ready? You ready for this new space, this new like up leveling? Plus we have all the retrogrades. We've got Venus and Mercury both retrograding over Aries, within Aries and Pisces right now. So it's a lot of emphasis. Oh, and today is the day that Neptune moves into Aries for the first time in 163 years.
It's a long time.
It is, since the Civil War.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is, and Neptune is the planet of dreams, of inspiration, of spiritual connection, spiritual awakening, things like that. Like it's the higher octave of Venus. And so Venus is like connection, relationships, beauty, all of that. And Venus is like the higher octave, like, ooh, even more so kind of thing. So moving into Aries, there is this bringing our dreams and taking action on them. Like actually making things happen with the Aries energy within Neptune. So we are going to be looking at the card spread. We're going to do a little card spread. Thanks for letting me discuss that. I don't even know what the cards say. And I was the one that wrote it a while ago. So,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Card number 1.
Hold on. Can you say it to the microphone? Because I'm pretty sure that's what's picking up.
Hello. Card number 1. What am I instinctively sensing but not fully acknowledging? Card 2. What is the risk of staying where I am? Card 3. What is the first step before I can talk myself out of it?
Okay. Because, oops, that one kind of came out and back in.
A lot of jumpers today.
We do. Well, I'm letting that happen because the last time I did a card reading, all of them jumped, and I was like, "Hey, it's eclipse season. Let's let that happen. Let's do that." So first, second, and third, and we have 2 cards for the first, so that's kind of fun. And I got a new deck. I buy all my decks, and I got a new deck called Spirit Allies by Jill Pyle and Cindy Backert. And so we're gonna use it. Spirit Allies.
Same spread? Or just
No, we're just gonna see who's an ally we can work with in this new beginning life that we've got. Oh, that one wants kind of so. Okay. All right. So the first card is, what am I instinctively sensing but not fully acknowledging? As a subnote, I said, this card brings radical honesty about the thing you already know but might be resisting, overthinking, or avoiding. So, what am I instinctively sensing but not fully acknowledging? Ooh, okay. We have the first card that came up is, I'm going to have to bring that. Let's see if it'll focus on me, not you. You got to move your face. I know, I've got it on cinematic. You're not going to move it. All right, there we go. Okay, the 9 of Wands. So kind of look into this 9 of Wands for a hot sec and see how she is right up against this fence. she's got her wand, her stick, her staff that is lighting the way, but she's up against this big or this really like ridiculous fence that it really isn't doing much. She could step over if she wanted to. But what I find more interesting is that she's got this massive, open, big, vast field behind her. And what if she were to turn around, right? What if she were to see what was actually available to her? So the question is, I hope you picked that up, because I just realized I'm talking and that it wasn't even in the microphone. Okay, so what am I instinctively sensing but not fully acknowledging? What boundaries are you putting up? Sorry, Trev, I'm gonna
cut me out.
Cut you out so I can show this more. Okay, what boundaries are you putting up on yourself? Like what fence? What kind of fence have you placed for yourself that like doesn't actually matter too much, where it's like the restrictions. What restrictions have we put around ourselves? A lot of times that will include like limiting beliefs, right? Easy things. What are some things that you...
I'm gonna drive Chevys.
Oh,
I'm a Chevy guy.
Okay. You got to know he is well, maybe we'll do this. He's a car guy. And as a car guy, his business is cars. And so as a car guy, he grew up with Chevys. Like that was the family thing, Chevy and John Deere. And so therefore that's the only answer. And guess what he has right now? Do you want to actually tell the story?
Yeah, I went to a dealer meeting for my work. Yeah, put that
Didn't even look at it. Sorry.
Of other truck shops that do spray and bed liners and accessories. And to chum us all in, they had a grand prize giveaway of a truck. And I won a truck. And it was a Ford Maverick.
It wasn't even a Chevy.
It wasn't even a Chevy.
It was a Ford, but you won it.
And I won it. And I drove it home from Indianapolis.
And like if we went, and that was less than a month ago. So instinctively sensing but not fully acknowledging. What areas of your life are you limiting yourself because you believe a certain thing, or you limit yourself to that certain situation? If you really did feel into this, like, I'm only a Chevy guy. I mean, this is the most one of like a incredibly basic thing, but let's think of another option. Oh, my family, what are things? My family always gets a certain disease, or or you know, we do that often with family stuff, like oh yeah, we have bad luck, or like Q4 is always really terrible, or you know, I'm just trying to think like we only do this for so long and then we lose the family farm. Just pulling up, I'm stinging a few, I'm needling here. Family patterns. And so really there's this element of like, okay, where are you blocking yourself? But then where is there some vast openness behind you? Some like unlimited potential that is literally behind you, that's open, but you're so focused on what you can't do that and Aries is such a bold, courageous sign. And so it's like, okay, but what can you do? And if you were brave about it, if you were courageous, then you could do anything. Like, what couldn't you do? So that could be a potential to turn around as well. Okay, and then the second card that came up is Judgment, where I find this one very interesting. And I mean, I love this card so much. If you can see into her a little bit more, you can see that this is a spiritual awakening card, actually, which I love so much because Neptune into Aries, there is a spiritual awakening on taking action around what it is you really want. Like, your literal essence. I'm going to put this in front of your face so she stops focusing on you, or the camera stops focusing on you. So it is this like belief around releasing yourself, opening yourself up to more possibilities because you're not afraid of what other people are thinking of you. And actually, I think I put that in mine. I'm actually a little nervous to say this.
To me or
Because the question is, what is the most courageous version of me capable of? Who? And this card is, what am I instinctively sensing but not acknowledging? And that could be, the thing that would take the most courage. And I wrote, saying the things I really think, giving new perspective, a form of activism, which is interesting because I have always said I'm not an activist. Like that's, and I said, I'm just not sure many would like me, especially from my past. I wrote that down. So that's kind of this judgment card. What would you do? What would you do if you weren't afraid of, or I guess, think of the things that you're most afraid of people judging you for. That might be the underlying instinct that you have that you're not acknowledging. Okay. Second card. What is the risk of staying where I am? Okay. What is the risk of staying where I am? 5 of Wands. 5 is often means change. And you can see that, I'm just going to put that in front of your face. And you can see that these people are working together to climb, right? They're like, that structure would not actually work if there was only one person. They need all of them to kind of rise together, right? And this card will often talk about competition versus collaboration kind of thing. So in the shadow, this is competition. But in the light, this is collaboration. This is working together. This is connecting with other people and rising together, all working and rising together. So what is the risk of staying where I am? How would you interpret that?
Losing out on opportunities to grow with others.
I love that. Say that again.
Missing out on the opportunity to collaborate and grow with others.
Yeah, if you're staying where you're at, if you start being courageous and bold, you quite possibly, most likely, will attract other people that feel similarly into your sphere and get the opportunity to connect, to work together, to build. And actually, you have a really great podcast. Is it even on podcast? It's your YouTube channel. So interesting. This is, I don't even think you would even admit this on your YouTube channel. Not yet. Fine, I won't do it. But he will. He's a great storyteller, and so he's got this YouTube channel where he will tell stories of cars and the pony car wars. Maybe I'll link that in this one because it actually is such a good representation of sometimes the best things come from our competition. Well, our best stuff comes from our competition because
we have to rise. So our competitors are our nemesis. They make us better. They're not there to tear us down. They're there to make us stronger and better.
Which is another perspective of this. Maybe you won't necessarily work together, but maybe it's like, oh, this is a great opportunity for me to shift increase your abilities and what you can do because of working with other people. Okay, I love it. Okay, card 3. What is the first step before I talk myself out of it? The note on this one is, this card removes doubt and hesitation. It's not about the full journey, just the next move. This step that activates momentum before fear creeps in. Oh. Okay, we've got the 3 of Cups, which is a sacred sisterhood. It's sacred contracts. Thanks for hiding. Mm-hmm. I know I probably should not have it on cinematic, but it is what it is at this point. So the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Cups. So this is, what is the first step before I can talk myself out of it? Maybe tell your friends what your first step is. Maybe connect with other people. Maybe, at least for me, get an accountability partner. That's always how I end up taking action and moving forward on things, in a better way, because I know that there's other people that are doing it with me. Ooh, so I love that this is kind of building on this too. So yes, we're working together, but here's the interesting thing too. This Three of Cups talks about soul contracts specifically. And so look for kind of the synchronicities around the people that come into your life. I've had a few really incredibly powerful and interesting ways that like new friendships have come in. And even my business partner, who I didn't really like, we didn't know we would be in business together when we first met. It was such a synchronistic, probably. Serendipitous. It was magical. It was absolutely magical. So, but what kind of the most unbelievable people or situations or like coincidences or things like that come in are, in my opinion, then it was meant to. Of course that person, there's a soul contract there because there's a connection there. So look in your life of where you have connections and connect with people before you can talk yourself out of it. Connect with people. I mean, here's the deal. It's easy to reach out online. It's easy to hide behind a computer or a phone or whatever it is, but maybe this is energy of getting together in person. I truly do think that a lot of my interpretation of what is happening in the cosmos is there's going to be a recalling and a bringing back to us gathering in person, connecting in person, in the flesh. And we've been able to do so much and increase our circles drastically by being able to meet online. But there's this like, okay, now let's meet together in flesh, in person. So do what you can to connect with people in real life and see kind of what connections that brings up for you and what opportunities it opens up to. Okay, we've got the spirit allies. Okay, labradorite. Oh, that's so great. I love labradorite. I have it in jewelry, but I actually don't think I have a piece of it. Just like, I opened right to it. So labradorite is, I am open to great periods of transformation. Here we go. With shades of blue and green and gold, labradorite is a distinctive crystal that holds a strong connection to channeling your highest self. Caught in just the right light, the crystal's iridescence shines like no other. Labradorite is a stone of awakening. It is a call to your higher purpose. You can no longer put off your destiny in this lifetime. A stone of the new moon. Oh my gosh, the synchronicity. Here we go. Labradorite symbolizes a period of new beginnings to come. Use this time to set intentions of where you'd like to see yourself and plan for the journey ahead. Call on your guides if you feel like you have questions unanswered, so you can make a decision with all of the awareness you need. Now is not the time to rush. It is the time to recognize the transformation to come and to prepare yourself to welcome it with open arms. So the journal prompt is, how can I prepare myself for change? That's absolutely perfect. And actually culminates it. So if you're like, I don't know where to start, go get yourself a piece of your labradorite or call it in, or I don't know, wear it.
Steal it from a friend.
Steal it from a friend. Ask for it for Christmas. Just kidding. For your birthday. For Easter. For spring break. For Ostra. Is that how you say it? Mm-hmm. For also Beltane. We're getting all the good stuff. And just then look for the synchronicities. Let it come through. Enjoy it. Okay. Any parting words? You wouldn't. That's okay.